You're in your dental operatory and you've just presented to a patient a crown, an implant, a root canal, and they're ready to move forward, but they ask, what is it going to cost? The payment discussion that makes dentists and their practices feel like this. I'm so lucky to have Dr. Bruce Baird, a key resource and sponsor, founder of Compassionate Finance, to share with us how Compassionate Finance, I've been using it myself, can help practices get patients to move forward with treatment and make extra revenue in the process. Dr. Bruce, thanks for being here.
Oh, you bet, Paul. Well, the nice thing about compassionate finance is, you can make dentistry affordable for anybody. And, years ago, we started the company 10 years ago, and we've done over $300 million worth of notes for dentists. And it's their notes. We just do the service on the back end. But the great advantage is, well, you don't have patients walking out the door. You don't have patients asking that feared, well, how much will my insurance cover?
Right.
And they need 5 crowns, and you tell them, well, it'll cover, it'll cover for 1 or 1.5, but your portion is going to be 3,500, and that's why 95 crowns out of 100 are done one at a time.
I like that. And now, Dr. Bruce, you're a dentist. I'm a dentist. I was in my office yesterday. I got the crying inside to prove it that I was in my office. So we're both dentists. So let's just break this down. Whether you're the dentist or the office manager presenting fees, you have a $5,000 treatment plan. You can pay in full and get a courtesy. You can stretch out over the course of treatment, but patients will say, I can't do that. I can't do this. Do you have other options? Share how Compassionate Finance comes in and helps patients with these options.
Yeah, you know what? 95% of the patients, 95% of people in America are actually good people. They pay their monthly payments on time. Yes, a bank, a care credit or whatever, they have to put $5,000 up.
Yeah.
You're not putting that up. We recommend you get a down payment, a hard cost covering down payment, and then you're carrying the paper. And people say, well, why would I ever do that? Well, you're doing it because it'll make you filthy rich if you're smart. And it'll give you the opportunity to make more money than you've ever made, but most importantly, by helping more people than you've ever helped before, because almost anybody is a good risk.
I love that. And that's why I think, I love talking to you about many things. The only way dentists make more money is by helping more people. So it's pretty cool that by helping people, you get to help yourself. And I don't know if I want to say I'm an economist, but you cannot help anyone if your office goes out of business. So if you just stay in business. Now, we're used to, whether it's credit card processing fees or other things, having our fees reduced. So share with you, how does Compassionate Finance actually add extra revenue? Walk us through that.
Yeah, I mean, a dentist will sign up for a PPO plan at a 40% discount and then worry that they only collected 90% of a full fee-for-service fee. And they're like, I mean, how freaking, crazy do you have to be? So the truth is, we never did this kind of self-financing because we didn't know how to do it. We were told by banks not to do it. And the third reason is, what if they don't pay us? Right. Well, that's a good reason. What if they don't pay us? But the truth is, even the worst credit person, we have default rates now with over 300 million in notes. We know that the default rate of the worst is about 20%. People say, well, I never want to do those. Well, the bottom line is you've got 80% of them paying you full term at 17.9% interest in most states. And so if you get your little financial calculator out and figure that out, you're actually making more money at full fee than instead of discounting. And that's huge in business. I mean, any business would jump on this, except dentistry. It's like swimming upstream.
Well, Bruce, here's the problem. Whether it's peri-implantitis, dentists are always focused on the one time it goes wrong instead of the 98 times it goes right. So what you're sharing is most people pay. Most offices are making more money. During the pandemic, I know you shared in the past, it was a revenue stream. I was a little jealous of the orthodontist because they had this money coming in. So basically, general dentists can create this recurring revenue stream for their offices to help with monthly expenses. Have your clients seen that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we had docs are bringing in 25,000 a month, 33,000 a month, whatever it was. And we have some big offices that are doing a lot more than that. And we've got testimonials that said, gosh, it saved me during that time, And so, you're basically creating an evergreen revenue source, filling up open chair time. The average dentist, I've read this on Dental Economics, which, said that 23% of their time's open. I think that's BS. I think about 50% of your time's open because you just jack around the rest of the day.
Yeah.
If the average dentist is only doing 4,000 a day, what are they doing the rest of the day? If it was you and me having to do 4,000 a day, we'd have a tea time at 1 o'clock
Yeah.
every day.
Dude, it's such good points. And that's why the opposite, instead of crying inside, you want to work on your mind, words, and hand skills, your business skills. And Bruce, so as the Dr. Nacho guy, when I get a key resource and sponsor, I go to my office and I say, let's test this out. My office manager says, we don't need it. I say, we're going to test it. Well, yada, 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 from my favorite show, Seinfeld, we're now using compassionate finance and we're helping people we couldn't help before. And we have a great patient going through an implant case that we wouldn't be able to do without compassionate finance. Because while the other options out there, whether it's pay in full or other service good, this really allows us to help patients that would not necessarily be credit worthy through other things. So to me, I want to thank you guys for inventing it. Now, how can someone, if they're watching now and they want to move forward and say, I want to find out about this, tell me about the special you guys have going on and how they can reach out to you guys.
We're doing a deal where you've got 30-day free trial. There's no strings attached. The fee, once you do sign up, it's $199 a month. And then there's a portfolio fee. So if you had a portfolio of $500,000 worth of loans, you're going to be paying Compassionate Finance to do all the collections, about 0.5% of that,
That's
about
awesome.
$5,000. So we're a company that it's volume based. The more we do, then the better we do, which means the more patients we help and the more we help docs, the better we do. And that's really kind of been the whole basis of what we follow through. And we also waived the $1,500 setup fee. We've waived that completely.
Dental Nachos, Dental Loss Community Dentist, you can get a 30-day free trial. Your favorite price, dentist, I know it's free. Waive the setup fee, test it out, don't guess. As one of the things, test, don't guess. You will change the lives of your patients, your team, you'll decrease headaches, and you'll expand your way of doing business. Dentist, Bruce, they often think of the $5 fee versus the $100 win. Someone said to me, you have a membership club, and I'm just using it. You pay $5 a patient. What if you have 1,000 patients on? I said, that would be the best $5,000 I spent, because that means I'd have 1,000 patients who want to come to me in a fee. So I just think it's time that we reframe, rethink. I love that you guys
agree with
your sports. Tell us one more time. If someone wants to find out information, what's the best website to go to?
CompassionateFinance.com. And
awesome.
It's easy. You can get taken care of. And remember, why not sit at the chair and do 5 crowns instead of 1 crown?
Right.
When that patient says,
you're there anyway.
Yeah, you're there.
I like that.
Create wealth.
I want to make enough money to get that bottle at the top of the wall that you have behind you there, Bruce.
Okay.
That's there.
We're still working. I just moved to this new place and we're building the wine room but we're already starting pretty good. So that's all.
Yeah, I like that. That's great. Well, thanks for being an awesome partner, key resource, sharing value. You can reach out to us at dentalnachos.com to connect with Dr. Bruce and his team, or visit compassionatefinance.com. Thanks, guys.
All right, buddy.